Funding for this program was made possible by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale.
What do a former Conway cover girl, a mechanic with an artistic inclination, and a dog-loving computer analyst have in common?
Who are the people at Sunset Tow, and how do their efforts help make Glendale a better place to live and do business in?
What are the do's and don'ts of running a successful and, more importantly, legal garage sale?
Join us as we find the answers to these questions and much more on this special anniversary episode of NSTV.
NSTV,
a GEM Award from the City of Glendale.
I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumian. NSTV.
Adopt a Block Program.
Youth Employment Program.
Code Enforcement Minute, GEM Awards.
Neighborhood Services TV. Hi there, Jewel City. I'm Juan Gonzalez, Neighborhood Services Public Education Coordinator.
And I'm Elena Magadumian, Public Education Specialist, and we're here welcoming you to the latest installment of NSTV, your window into the programs and projects operated by the City of Glendale Neighborhood Services Section and its partners.
The theme of this month's show is Let's Get Loud, Happy Anniversary NSTV. In order to commemorate the start of our second season, our friends at Channel 6 have created a new opening montage. We hope you all liked it, and a little bit later in the show, you'll get a chance to meet the person who created it. But rest assured, that's all we've changed with the show. Over the next year, we'll continue to showcase the Adopt a Block Spotlight, the ever-popular and informative Code Enforcement Minute, and much, much more. Elena, can you believe it's been a year since we've started NSTV?
Juan, it seems like we started the show yesterday. Over the course of the past year, we've traveled from Adams Hill to Brand Boulevard to Montrose to La Crescenta and all points in between. In order to celebrate this momentous occasion, we're throwing a big party for the entire NSTV crew, and we're here at our local Ralph's Market purchasing supplies. We'd like to thank everybody who has contributed both in front and behind the scenes in making every show. Next on our shopping list is probably the most important item you'd find at a party, the cake. What do you think, Juan? Chocolate cake?
Well, I try talking Elena into getting a healthy, non-fat cake.
Fat chance, pun intended.
Haha, Magadumian. As I was saying before you interrupted me, let's join Sam Engel, Neighborhood Services Administrator in City Council Chambers, a historic site in NSTV history. Isn't that right, Sam?
You're right, Juan. I still can't believe it's been 1 year since we filmed our first episode of NSTV here in City Council Chambers. During that first show, we made our presentation and met our GEM Award winners right here, where, before the advent of NSTV, the committee gave out their GEM Awards. So here we are again, returning to where we started as we kick off yet another season of NSTV. Now let's take a look at our GEM honorees. Presented by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, the GEM Property Maintenance Award recognizes outstanding structural or landscaping improvements that enhance not only the individual property, but also the overall quality of our neighborhoods. This month, we have 3 properties to add to our collection of gems in our Jewel City. Let's join correspondent Carol Jean Felkel, the home of Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin Ojakian, for our first presentation.
We're here today with Benjamin and Janet Ojakian, and we have come to their beautiful home. It was nominated, and we have found it is just beautiful. Benjamin and Janet, how long have you lived in the city of Glendale?
10 years, almost is 10 years.
And 3 years in this home.
3 years.
You have done a beautiful job on it. Would you tell us a little bit about the house or yard or both?
I can say because before I bought it here, it's not good. But after that, because I like it, make it clean. I like it, make it decoration. I did it everything between these 3 years. Almost I like it. I did it myself or my friend or my family. They helped me for everything for this decoration.
Can you tell us of the improvements that you've made in your home and in your yard and in all your property? I see the beautiful painting.
Yeah, I did it myself, my friend, together. That's my idea. I tell them you do it like that. This paint, this picture. My friend, they coming. That's 2 pictures and outside and 2 pictures inside. My friend, they did it, but for my idea.
And they're pictures of your homeland?
Yes, this one for the 50 years ago, 45 years ago, I see my country in Iran. That's why I take this picture for this wall.
They are beautiful. What is your business?
I have my own body shop and mechanic shop in the city of Glendale.
Well, that sounds very interesting, and when you're not working there, you're working here. Janet, what are your hobbies and what do you like to do?
I like to clean the house and take care of my children and for fun my grandchildren. I have 2 grandchildren, 7 years and 5 years.
And do you work in the garden too?
Yes, sure.
What motivates you to take care of your yard and your home so beautifully?
Because I like it, decoration, I like it in Glendale. I am happy I living in city of Glendale.
That's wonderful. Benjamin and Janet, I'd like to give you this Neighborhood Pride Award. It's from the Committee for the Clean and Beautiful Glendale. And you can frame this and show it to all your friends. And I know you'll be very proud of it. And then we will be giving you a sign, Neighborhood Pride Award sign to put in your front yard. And then all your neighbors will see that you have been chosen to receive this. And congratulations to both of you. And you deserve it very much.
Carol Jean, it looks like you're having a great time out there, and you can see that Benjamin is a true artist. Weren't those murals spectacular? Well, I'll have to check in on him in a couple of months to see what his latest improvements are out there. It's now time to catch up with correspondent Vilya Zematidis at the home of our next GEM recipients, Dan and Kelly Mercer. Vilya, what have you got in store for us?
Hello, we're here at the home of Dan and Kelly Mercer. Dan, how long have you lived in Glendale?
In Glendale, 7 years.
And in this particular home?
This house, 5.
What year was your home built?
A smaller version of this house was built in 1927.
And I take it you've had an addition?
We didn't do it, but over the years, one of the owners had added on, yes.
Would you mind highlighting some of the improvements that you've made to your yard and to your home?
Sure, most of the changes were actually made here in the backyard. One of the things I did on one side of the property is put up a picket fence and painted it white to match the house. We added a patio here in the back where there was just a dirt slab basically before, and put up some lattice work and lights and a fountain to go with it, so it's kind of a nice peaceful area to retreat to. Also on the other side of the property there's a stone wall that we put up, and then there's some other minor improvements, some wrought iron gates and things of that nature.
Do you mind if I get personal and ask what you do for a living?
Sure, no problem. I am currently a data content analyst. I work from home 4 days a week.
And what are some of your hobbies?
My wife and I together enjoy being outdoors, and so whenever we have free time we'll take the dogs on long walks or go hiking on some local trails and work in the yard, obviously, quite a bit.
What motivates you to keep your yard and your home so well maintained?
Well, it's going to sound silly, but pride. When you get into a unique house like this one, it seems a shame to let it run down, and just like to preserve the theme.
On behalf of the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, I'd like to present Dan and Kelly Mercer the Neighborhood Pride Award for 333 Community Avenue as a gem in the Jewel City. Along with this award, we also would like to present to you this sign placard, which you can put in your front yard area, which basically recognizes the fact that your property has won the Neighborhood Pride Award and is recognized as a gem in the Jewel City, in the city of Glendale.
Good job, Dan and Kelly. This is a great renovation of a California bungalow, which was typical in our neighborhoods many years ago. Your efforts inspire your entire neighborhood, and thanks for doing your part to keep Glendale clean and beautiful year-round. Let's go back into the field now and join correspondent Sandy Kepler as she makes a special presentation to longtime Glendale resident Betty Edwards, owner of our last gem property for this month.
Betty, how long have you lived at this address?
44 years.
Tell us a little about this lovely home and the yard, or any improvements or changes you've made.
This room, the family room, we got a new kitchen and added this room. And I love the cathedral ceilings. In the wintertime, we live out in this room. We have fire in the fireplace every night. And then in the summer, we live out in the patio. The patio is delightful. Structurally, we really haven't done anything to the house. It's so well built. And we did put the pool in the first year.
Betty, you mentioned earlier that you were a model in New York. Tell me a little about that.
Yes, I was a cover girl at that time. It was fun. Harry Conover lined me up with 3 screen tests, and I wasn't happy in it. So I went to work for Mildred Dilsey that had the Drunkard Theater. Do you remember that? And I was her girl Friday.
Now, you had mentioned earlier to me that you used to work in the yard a lot.
I did. I gardened. I loved to garden. I was raised on a farm in Indiana.
What motivates you to maintain this lovely home and your yard so beautifully?
Well, I think I was ready for it when we bought the house, and Joe was too. We were just ready to really dig in and create our own thing. But this house was built beautifully. So, but it's just a house you can't help but love and get into. And I think most people in Glendale do keep their properties up. I have to mention the neighborhood here. This is a wonderful neighborhood. We have 2 parties a year.
Kind of a neighborhood, like a block party?
That's right, and we all bring something. But it's the glue that kind of keeps us together, and your neighbors are there for you, and it's terribly important today.
That's nice to hear.
Very nicely.
Well, speaking of that, on behalf of the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, I have a certificate here. And this is the Neighborhood Pride, our GEM Award.
Oh, how nice. Lovely. Well, I'll have that framed.
Oh, that'll be great if you have another place on
do
the
I
wall.
have
I have one more thing for you. We also have for your yard display this big plaque that says City of Glendale Neighborhood Pride Gem Award. This property is gem in the Jewel City. You can place that in your yard for all the neighbors to see.
All right.
Congratulations, Betty. I'm sure many longtime Glendale residents recognize you in your home. And now, through NSTV, the whole community will be able to enjoy getting to know you better and touring your beautiful home and yard. Well, that does it for this month's GEM Awards. We look forward to presenting many more award-winning properties during this upcoming season. To nominate a property in your neighborhood for a GEM Property Maintenance Award, please contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700, and we'll take it from there. And now, let's go back to Juan and Elena and see how the party preparations are coming along. Elena, what kind of cake did you guys end up getting?
Sam, after debating the pros and cons, the Chocoholics at NSTV prevailed. Speaking of Chocoholics, now would be a good time to introduce someone who works behind the camera every month. Channel 6 photographer-editor Jessica Lee Hall.
Jessica, why don't you join us so we can introduce you to all the viewers at home? Cut! That's one for the blooper reel.
Alright, take 2. Remember our opening montage earlier in the show? Well, Jessica helped create it. Great job, Jess.
Thanks, Elena. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and it was a real challenge to capture the essence of all neighborhood services programs, from code enforcement to graffiti removal, youth employment, community outreach, and education projects.
Now, Jessica, earlier Sam referred to the fact that the first episode of NSTV was filmed in City Council chambers, and we did it in one take, if I recall. That isn't typical, is it?
No, not at all. When you shoot a show like NSTV in the field, all kinds of things can happen to disrupt the taping. From planes flying overhead or helicopters, to cars driving by, sirens, and of course, even human error. But those moments usually end up on the cutting room floor.
But not necessarily. Some of the best outtakes usually air over the end credits. Let's visit some of the best bloopers of our first season of NSTV.
But before we do, I like to emphasize the fact that Elena and I never, ever make a mistake. Right, Jess?
Well, let's let the viewers at home decide for themselves.
See you then. And remember, keep the Verdugos green and Glendale clean. That's too turkey. It's presented by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale. We'll do it again. No, they can't move. Elena, this installment features We Got the Car Alarm. Let's take a look and see what they did.
71-year-old. I like this one. Don't you? Did you guys want to hear me sing?
Where Neighborhood Services, the City of Glendale, and the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale. Today, we are here at and we'll see you next week. Keep the Verdugos green. I forgot about it.
Your efforts have certainly shown that they are a labor of love. We really appreciate your hard work. I forgot it. But we're out in our neighborhoods, and we're out doing this at the request of our GTV6 viewers.
I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumi.
And remember, keep the Verdugos green. I forgot my line. Okay. And remember, keep the Verdugos green and Glendale clean. And then we'll see you next time. I know. Okay. It's the heat. It's the heat. Okay.
Juanito babies. Juanito. Elena babies. Hi, my name is Michael Chong. I'd like to speak to you about how to store your refuge containers, the removal of your refuge containers, how to place and store your refuge containers. The item.
I heard refuge. Elena, let's see if Bill's at home. Think he'll be surprised?
To present you and what's his first name? Jason. To give you this award, this gem on behalf of the Committee for a Clean and Glendale. Let's screw it up. Hi. Not hi again, eh?
That's right, not hi again. Let's try it one more time.
So are the bugs! Thanks, Sasha.
Let's get rid of the bugs.
Go for the bugs.
NSTV Bug Patrol.
I'm really taller than one. He's always standing on a stool.
And for NSTV, this is take 56.
Hello, I'm Masha. Oh! Hello, we're gonna go to tape 57 now and find out.
Oh, control. NSTV at its best.
I think we deserve a demonstration, don't you?
Oh, that was pathetic.
Good game, Elena.
Congratulations.
Some of the ways that the neighborhood. That's okay. One more time. Neighborhood request program. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. What are ready?
I'd like to present.
Give me the thing.
Contract with a shopping cart retrieval service.
What's up? We could run the bloopers at the end of the show.
Yeah, that's
like they do in some of the movies.
That'd be cool.
See, I told you, Elena and I never mess up. Well, rarely. As you can see, Jessica's gone back behind the camera to shoot the rest of the show. On behalf of everyone at NSTV, we'd like to thank Jessica and GTV6 for all their support and encouragement over this past year. Now it's party time!
Not so fast, Juan. We've still got some business to take care of. The high quality of life enjoyed by our neighborhoods is the result of a proactive code enforcement program operated by Neighborhood Services. Let's join Alex Minhares, Senior Code Compliance Inspector, for this month's Code Enforcement Minute.
Thanks, Elena. This month's Code Enforcement Minute relates to a popular weekend activity for all Glendale residents: yard, garage, and estate sales. By explaining the do's and don'ts relating to the sales, I'll help you maintain the character and quality of your neighborhood. But more importantly, I'll help you have a smooth and successful sale. Per city policy, residents are allowed up to 4 sales per year per property. It is important to note that apartment buildings and multi-tenant buildings are looked at as being one unit and therefore are counted as one property. At this time, no permits are required to have a yard, garage, or estate sale. Yard, garage, and estate sales cannot be held on consecutive weekends, nor can they exceed 2 days in a row. When you have your yard sale, remember to be considerate of your neighbors. Please be sure that people park only where they're supposed to, limit the amount of noise, and remove all trash after the sale. Signs advertising your sale are prohibited. Signs may not be posted on public or private property. This includes power and telephone poles, traffic signs, and trees in the public right-of-way. Signs are subject to a citation starting at $100 per sign plus court fees. The best place to advertise your sale is in the local newspaper, the recycler, or mailed circulars. Please note that flyers are prohibited as well. No new items can be sold at your sale. Only used household items such as appliances, clothing, books, tools, and things of that nature may be sold. All of the items must be placed on your property and not on the sidewalk or street. Once the sale is over, you must remove all unsold items and place them back inside your home. A good idea might be to donate them to a local charity. You may also dispose of those items nobody wanted by placing them in an appropriate trash container. Remember, the items must fit entirely in the container so the container can be closed. Do not leave furniture and oversized items at the curb after the sale, expecting that they will be picked up. Staff randomly monitors various neighborhoods for problems and possible violations. If you have any questions regarding yard, garage, or estate sales, or would like to report a violation, please call the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. With your cooperation, we will maintain the high quality of all Glendale neighborhoods. Join us next month for another Code Enforcement Minute. For NSTV, I'm Alex Minhares. Back to you, Juan and Elena.
Thanks, Alex, for helping residents better understand their responsibilities as members of this community. We can't wait to see what you and the rest of the code enforcement staff have lined up for us in the coming months.
Juan, we've got to get going. The guests will be arriving soon and we still have to decorate the room. Introduce the next segment so we can get going.
The Neighborhood Services Adopt a Block program allows individuals and groups to adopt the street or block of their choice and maintain it litter and graffiti free for 1 year. Let's join correspondent Asha Jayasinghe for this month's Adopt a Block Spotlight.
Sunset Tow is one Glendale business showing civic pride by participating in the Neighborhood Services Adopt a Block program. Becky and Mike Vickstein have adopted the blocks at the intersection of Chevy Chase Drive and San Fernando Road. I recently stopped by to tour their facility and to chat with them about their participation in the program.
When did you start participating in the Adopt a Block program?
Oh, it's been about 5 years.
Why did you decide to become an Adopt a Block group?
I really liked the idea of the Adopt a Block group, and it was something that I felt that we could do as a business, and as far as the area around us, we can keep it clean, and it was something that we could all participate in.
How often do you clean the area?
We clean the area about once a month, depending on foot traffic, wind conditions, sometimes more.
How does your cleanup efforts improve the quality of life in your neighborhood and ultimately for the entire city?
Well, the cleaner the area is, the more attractive it is, and the more often people will stop, enjoy Glendale for its attractions and benefits. And as they do that, of course, the more business there will be in Glendale. So I think it's an attractive proposition to all businesses.
Would you recommend this program to other businesses and why?
Easily. I feel a lot better coming to work when the environment around me is clean. I know my employees feel better, and our customers are more apt to do business with us. It just promotes
A good business environment. We're hoping that if Glendale's clean, then people will be walking by instead of driving through.
You can do your part to keep Glendale clean by participating in the Adopt a Block program. To sign up for the program or to sponsor an Adopt a Block group, contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. For NSTV, I'm Asha Jaya Singer. Hey Juan and Elena, what's this party I keep hearing about? Where's my invitation?
Asha, probably got lost in the mail. Why don't you hurry on over here to help us decorate? The guests are going to be here any minute now, and there are tables to be moved and balloons to be blown up.
While we give everyone a hand with the decorations and change into our party clothes, let's join correspondent Carmen Tartaglia for a report which may be of interest to Glendale youth in search of a summer job. Take it away, Carmen.
Thanks, Elena. Are you a youth between the ages of 14 and 16? Do you want to earn some extra money this summer? If your answer is yes to these questions, the Glendale Youth Alliance is currently hiring youth to work in its summer hillside brush clearance program. In addition to receiving training on how to apply for a job and how to prepare for a job interview, program participants will receive hands-on tool and landscaping training. They will then spend the next 8 weeks clearing brush from Glendale's public hillsides to assist with the city's fire prevention efforts. If you are interested in participating in the program, you must meet the following requirements. Be between the ages of 14 and 16. Your family must receive public assistance, also called CalWORKS or AFDC. And you must be enrolled in summer school and take English, math, or an ESL class. For more information or to apply for the Summer Youth Employment Program, please call Paulina Bermudez at Neighborhood Services Office, 818-548-3700 at extension 8546. For NSTV, I'm Carmen Tartaglia. Now let's rejoin Juan, Elena, and everyone else at the anniversary party. Don't cut the cake just yet, I'm on my way.
We wouldn't think of cutting the cake without you, Carmen, so hurry on over. You know how these guys get. Right, Elena?
That's true. While we're waiting for Carmen to arrive, let's take a look at a montage of the finalists in this year's I Love My Neighborhood poster contest. Juan and I sorted through nearly 10,000 entries, and the submissions were incredible.
Which of these entries will be the grand prize winner in the 2001 I Love My Neighborhood poster contest? Tune in next month to find out.
For more information on any of the programs featured on this special anniversary episode of NSTV, contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700.
Well, Elena, that brings a wrap to another episode of NSTV. On behalf of the entire staff at Neighborhood Services, we'd like to thank you for tuning in and invite you to join us again next month for another episode. I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumian.
And remember, keep the Verdugo's green and Glendale clean.
See you next time. This month's Adopt a Block Spotlight.
Here in City Council chambers. I can't read that. All right, no, I can. Are you ready?
Operated by Neighborhood Services.
Cassius, you have a telephone call like
Cassius, you got a telephone call with Cassius.
I'm gonna have too many bloopers of myself.
That's a wrap. Thank you, everybody.
Funding for this program was made possible by